Welcome back to the present. Unless, of course, you're watching this in the future, in which case, welcome to the past. So, Christmas is in 329 days. What better time to make a video about it? I'm sorry, I racked my brain trying to come up with a different topic for this. I saw a lot of you guys asking me to make a video about the Hype House show on Netflix, so I turned it on and then blacked out after about 4 seconds and woke up in my bathtub covered in sweat. I thought about doing one about Elmo's beef with that rock, but that would have been like a minute long. I thought about coming on here and admitting that I don't care what clothes the green M&M is wearing, I still want to have sex with it. But then I thought about it some more and I realized that a lot of people had to reschedule Christmas activities this year because there was this mysterious virus going around. I don't know if you've heard of it. So if you're anything like me, you had to do all that stuff in the middle of January. Sort of a Christmas 2.0, if you will. So think of that as what this video is, a second chance at Christmas, which I would like to copyright because that's a great title for a Hallmark movie. Never mind, I just Googled it. Apparently there's like 4 of those. Anyway, the movies I'm going to be talking about today are called No Sleep Till Christmas and Holly's Holiday. The two things these films have in common is that the plots are ridiculous, and they're also not really Christmas movies in spite of how they're marketed. They just take place in December. But I digress. Let's start with No Sleep Till Christmas. This movie made me so angry that by the end, Amanda and I were practically screaming at our television. Without spoiling too much, because I want you to discover the madness as I did, one of the main characters gets completely fucked over despite doing nothing wrong, and then the movie ends. And then to make it even worse, the reviews are mostly positive. People love it. Real quick, when we first started watching this, I saw in the opening credits that 2 people had the same last name. So I assumed, oh, that must be her which is kind of a weird way to judge a movie, but go off, sis. Another thing real quick, when we first started watching this, I saw in the opening credits that 2 people had the same last name. So I assumed, oh, that must be her brother. And I continued to think that they were siblings until a little too far into the movie. They're married, so probably not brother and sister. Hey, speaking of getting married, this movie is about Lizzie, whose wedding is coming up in about 6 weeks, which means it's time to start planning. Look, I'm no wedding expert. I've only been married once, but that is too late to start planning. Oh shit, babe, our wedding's tomorrow. Should we start inviting people? And even though Lizzie is an expert event planner,
we're supposed to be one of Chicago's leading event planning companies.
I know.
She has no ideas for the wedding, and she is so stressed out about it, she can't sleep. She's tried everything, reading books, throwing books on the ground, counting sheep.
1,000 sheep.
But even after this hilarious insomnia montage, nothing's working. It's important to point out, her fiancé Josh is extremely loving and supportive. He stays up with her, he takes her to a sleep clinic, he sends her flowers at work. Really, he's an all-around great guy who's got his shit together and loves Lizzie, which is why it's confusing when the movie seemingly introduces another love interest. Unlike Josh, Billy is a lazy, unambitious alcoholic who is currently burning a turkey, stepping on a pie, and getting dumped.
I don't think this is working.
Oh, this guy sucks. Sure wouldn't make any sense if the main character ended up choosing him over Josh. I wonder if she will. Side note, have you ever noticed how often in movies someone burns a turkey on Thanksgiving? No offense to anyone who's done that before, but to me, this seems practically impossible unless you accidentally set the oven to like 900 degrees. It takes so long to cook one that usually by the time it's halfway done, I'm finished with all the other sides. Everyone is starving and now pretty much only waiting on the turkey, so we're essentially huddled around the oven hoping if we stare at it hard enough, the top will turn brown. How do people burn turkeys? I don't get it. Anyway, we learn that this guy can't sleep either, so I guess that similarity will eventually become the cornerstone of their relationship.
Yeah, man, you just need to learn how to sleep.
If I don't get any sleep, it's gonna ruin everything.
Not even Super Mega Baseball can knock this guy out. So he goes for a run while she goes for a drive, which is an unbelievably dangerous thing to do while sleep deprived, especially when the goal is to fall asleep. I mean, that seemed inevitable. Hey, wait a minute. That's not Billy. Unfortunately, they both survived the accident, so she had to take him to the hospital where they bicker in the parking lot before falling asleep.
Did I just sleep?
I can't believe I actually slept. This is life-changing. Now she has ideas for the wedding, and he's able to dodge this glass.
What the?
But sure enough, nighttime rolls around and they can't fall asleep. They need each other. How romantic isn't the right word. Bizarre was gonna say bizarre. So she meets back up with him, and this is where the movie starts abusing the hell out of the slept together joke.
In the car, the night we...
Slept together?
But not like that. So he becomes something of a sleep prostitute for her, in that she pays him money to, you know.
Will you please try to sleep with me again?
But not like that.
And even if it works now, what happens after you're married? Are you just gonna keep sleeping with this other guy?
No, sir, it's not like that. So every night she sneaks out, meets up with the guy she hit with her car, so they can sleep in the same hotel bed together. That's right. In addition to paying him money, she's also spending hundreds of dollars a night on a hotel room. In typical rom-com fashion, you see them act progressively flirtier with each other, only in this movie, it's weird as fuck because she's literally engaged, and we're supposed to be rooting for this? How about figure something else out?
Are you sure this isn't getting out of hand?
What are you talking about? We're just sleeping together.
Oh my god.
No, it's not like that. Then there's the boner scene. And this one.
Can you sit on Uncle Billy's lap?
Please don't do that. Please don't sit on his lap for several minutes. You might be wondering where her fiance is in all of this. At least she told him about it, right? No, it's a secret. He's just working at the hospital, saving up money for their wedding. Sometimes he works overnight, which is great for Lizzie because she doesn't have to come up with a lie. And you can see how this movie doesn't really work as a typical rom-com because as they continue to go through the motions, I'm just wincing the whole time. I'm waiting for, at the very least, Josh to fuck up in some major way that warrants this monumental backstabbing. But as far as I can tell, the only flaw he has is that his mom is kind of overbearing. So I don't know, talk about it. Also, a lot of it is her fault. She overslept one day and ended up in jail. She's distracted because she's thinking about Billy.
Oh, yeah.
This woman is a villain. Why is she the main character? Another example, while her trusting fiance sits at home working on their wedding playlist, she goes out to her bachelorette party and decides, hey, we're all drunk. Let's go to Billy's bar. Oh. Are they gonna do a romantic karaoke duet now? Yes.
Bells were ringing out.
Of course they are.
I built my dreams around you.
They're falling in love. Just fucking tell Josh already so you can quit wasting his time. Oh, you're jealous that Billy's back with his ex now? You don't get to be. As the saying goes, you can't have your cake and cheat on your fiance.
So, who's responsible for this new Billy then? Did you meet someone, or?
He's sleeping with someone, but he's not seeing her.
Okay. Well, it sounds really bad when you put it like
I
that.
feel much better about sleeping with you now that you're seeing somebody else.
But not like that. As you can imagine, when Josh finally finds out, he is pissed.
Billy makes me sleep.
What?
But he's so willing to understand what's going on that he offers to bring them to a sleep clinic to prove that they can fall asleep next to each other and they're not actually just making sweet, sweet hotel love every night.
Lazy slob.
I know. I'm sorry for all of this.
Yeah, definitely apologize to him, not the guy you're marrying in 4 days.
Turn the lights down low. I can feel you breathing slow.
I think that should prove that you're not fucking. Just sing flirtily to each other while he watches from the other room.
Well, they're asleep.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, I guess it is a Christmas movie. He even got her a Christmas gift. A pillow with a photo of them. Josh is gonna love having that right on the bed. Oh boy. Everyone's in town for the wedding. That's a whole lot of people whose time would have been severely wasted were things to take an unexpected turn.
Honor and protect him as long as you both shall live.
Lizzie.
Oh, okay, now she can fall asleep in front of her fiance. As long as it's at her wedding while standing up.
What do you mean you haven't been sleeping well? I thought you've been sleeping fine.
Josh, please, not now.
Not now, Josh. We wouldn't want you to make a scene, Josh.
I guess the honest answer is no.
I hate you so much.
I really wish I'd left you in jail.
That's more like it. So she goes out and steals the just married car and uses it to try to find Billy, who's now aimlessly jogging through Chicago.
Find the hotel, vacation rental, cabin, castle, or chalet you want on Kayak. Search now.
Whether you're working on your own or on a team of thousands, Notion provides a single-spaced.
Oh oh, a happy ending. No.
I'm so horrible.
You know, maybe if he cheated on her or lied to her over and over again, or, you know, did the things that she did to him, then maybe we wouldn't be so resentful towards the two main characters. I don't know, just a thought. Doesn't matter. I'm clearly taking this too seriously. As a wise woman once said, it only a movie.
He said it. He said the thing.
I remember that from the last video. Up next is another Mar Vista classic, Holly's Holiday. Believe it or not, the most uncomfortable part of this movie is not even that it's about mannequins coming to life and getting humans to fall in love with them, but rather this weird incel behavior that's both encouraged and rewarded by one of the male leads. But I'm getting ahead of myself. This is the first line of the movie, and I think it sets the tone for everything we're about to see.
There's only a few more weeks till Christmas and there's still no snow. Sad.
Sad. Always have your characters say the emotion they're feeling. That's effective dialogue. Much like in the last movie, a large portion of the plot is based around the main characters having to do something that should have been taken care of months ago. Holly's a graphic designer, and she and her team have to work up until Christmas Eve to finish an ad campaign that's supposed to go live on Christmas. I will not stand for this plot device. First of all, that design would